Well, I'm here in Sydney and it's a cracking day here, knocking on the door of 30, and in behind me, you can't have a video in Sydney without those two things there, the Opera House and the bridge. So I think I'll try pretty hard to make that happen. Anyway, so I was just thinking about, look, how did I end up being here in Sydney and helping companies with Amazon? So it was back in 2013. This is a long story short, right? I'll keep it pretty abridged. But 2013, I came across this opportunity to sell on Amazon, and so I spent a few months figuring out what to actually do about it, coming up with a brand that was in around the baby category, actually, these edge guards to go on tables and things so kids don't whack their heads, and lots of other uses, and then nappy bags and tote bags and car seat protectors, all these sort of things. But I was buying them out of China, putting brand stickers on them, sending them straight into Amazon FBA. And look, and that out of the gate, that went really well. And this is started late 2013, 10 years ago, 2014. First full year did really well, and I had a business partner come in on it. We did 7 figures in our first year, and it was cranking along. Knowing what I know now, I didn't appreciate how easy it was. Amazon has only got harder and harder, particularly in the US. And anyway, so we expanded into Europe and the UK, and to selling lots of brands and many SKUs. And so that was going well. And then other people we knew started going, "Hey, I see you're on Amazon. Could you help?" And then this is 2016. So I decided to start Sell Global 8 years ago, and it was had a different business partner and that for the first couple of years. Anyway, so we were helping primarily New Zealand companies sell on the platform in the US, and that started to go well. Like, we're helping them with setting up and all the compliance and shipping and everything like that. And so we were taking companies from nothing that are now doing 10 figures. Yeah, 10 figures, Jesus, give them 10 million at least anyway, not 10 figures. Anyway, so they're doing really well, amazing. So it was great to have that success there with those New Zealand companies. But look, Amazon changed and evolved, and things just got harder and harder, which is fine, and that's how it goes. We just got better and better. And then in 2018, Amazon Australia started, and that was high hopes for that, but it didn't really evolve until the pandemic hit. And so the pandemic was a really interesting time, actually, because what it did is in the US at least, there was a massive surge in demand, and that just created logistics issues and people running out of stock and then over ordering, and it was just a really interesting situation. But in Australia, what it did is it taught people to buy on Amazon, and there was this step change in Australia that really helped Amazon Australia take off. And then also what we noticed is it was just getting more expensive and more difficult for New Zealand companies to export to America, and just the costs were going up, and the competition was getting intense. Compared to where it was just back in 2013, it was really hot. So some categories were just getting saturated, honestly. And but at this time, so because we had been in the US, we know what good looks like and what it takes when Amazon is really firing. And so we're looking at what was happening in Australia, and there were a lot of known brands that were being sold by distributors in this part of the world, but Amazon, the basics just weren't being done very well from a content point of view, from an advertising point of view. And so what we realized is that, look, we could really step up and help here. And so we'd been building a team, great team of people, and through the 8 years that we've had the agency so far, it was 2024, people that had actually sold on Amazon themselves, right? So they were smart, they knew all the difficulties and everything that happened. So that was our hiring policy, basically, on people working for us. They had been on Amazon before. So we had a good team, and then we just kind of hit this point where it was like, because we've been working with smaller New Zealand companies, some big ones as well, for sure. But then we just decided, right, let's help these big brands. And it's like, if not us, then who? We knew our stuff. We knew we could absolutely help brands. So that was when that was the beginning of last year. We just go, right, let's do this. And we started approaching companies, and we've started to pick up great business and really evolve from there. And this year's been, this year, March, at the moment, we are we're already on our way to having our best year by far. And we did a lot of groundwork last year in terms of the team and focus in particular. I'll do a different video on that. But that's been the journey, you know, and it's been fascinating how fast it goes. You know, even 8 years as an agency, almost accidental really. It was kind of a combination of skills of knowing Amazon. I'd previously helped companies with their sales and marketing and also finance, and so I'd always been, you know, helping other companies, and this just was a confluence of skills and timing that worked, and demand as well. So anyway, yeah, so that's the short history of how we got here to beautiful Sydney. And you know, and this year we'll be coming here every month to Sydney, Melbourne, and also Brisbane and Gold Coast way. So looking forward to doing that, because really being in the market just makes the world of difference. And I've got a meeting this afternoon with a client who, the reason we got the work was because we were coming here and meeting them and seeing them in person, and that personal contact is what really is required. I've got 3 of my team live in Melbourne, and then the rest of us in New Zealand or the Philippines, but you know, really committed to being here. So anyway, that's the short story. Hope you found that interesting, and go well, and check this out. Beautiful. See ya.